Hello,
Welcome to the
hello,
Big
hello.
5-0.
The Big 5-0. And I got really ready for this. I am sick. So this is perfect.
Doug is so hyped about our 50th episode that he's actually just sick. And it's funny because when I was looking at it on some platform earlier, I don't remember which one it was, but one of the things I checked up to see where we were, and it told me we already had 50 episodes. And I went, no, 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 I trust Doug. And the chili cook-off,
It
the
was the
odd
chili
that
cook-off
we posted
bonus.
counts as an episode. Yeah, a little bonus. But no, this
Yeah,
is episode 50, bitches. Like we've
the
done
real
50.
50.
Real 5-0. We are now the George Clooney of podcasts. We're in that like sophisticated, slightly over middle-aged male where we're just sexy enough that we still have appeal right before we lose
I was gonna say, we mean we're old? Because like we kind of looking like it right now.
it. Well, we're both sick. We're both low on energy. We're recording a day late. My computer had to
Yeah.
be revived. We're having fun.
Yeah. And I think I figured out what's wrong with my internet. So of course
Oh,
I'll say that now
don't
and
say
make
it out
sure
loud,
yeah, I was gonna say
Douglas.
now I'll bring all this shit later.
Thank you to everyone who has remained with us for this journey. We've got a couple of patrons that are still there they're doing their thing. We did lose one. We finally lost a patron, so I guess we got to up our game a little bit, but that's going to happen over time. But we've still got a few patrons kicking it with us, and we've got strangely more downloads in South America than we've ever had before.
Yeah. And then the Singapore. What's going on in
Yeah,
Singapore?
if you're in
Something.
Singapore and you're listening and you're joining us
Thank
for the
you.
first time,
You
thank
are
you. Yes.
you're really helping our numbers go fast.
But I really want to know where you all came from and how you heard of us because I got to do more of that apparently, or
I
Doug
have
does.
this theory that like the Facebook algorithm or something just freaked out and was like, I don't have anything to put here, and it like shoved ours in front of like 1,000 people or something. I don't
Just
know.
seems like a weird place for us to suddenly blow up where we had no
I
presence
know.
before, Just I don't know. But the good news is it wasn't in Australia because then we would know they were making it up because that's not real. So they spared us that
How long are we gonna
falsity
do this, Tom?
forever and ever.
Okay, good. Just
And
checking. Wanted
we
to
should
make
have
sure you were resolved.
we probably should have live streamed this tonight since I got the whole Jeopardy theme going. That would have been fun, but we're just gonna
Oh
record
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, we could always just stop and go do that.
That's not our style. Why would we do
No,
that?
it's not.
Tonight we're gonna do a little something
Especially
fun.
when we should.
Yeah, especially when we should. That's why we know we're not going to. Last week was not the most uplifting of topics. It was a kind of a heavy-hearted return to podcasting after a holiday break, and I did have two different talks with two different colleagues about that episode already. It was interesting. People wanted to talk about that. But we're going to try to lighten it up this week. We're going to go back to being our normal silly selves. And in that effort, I have got a lovely little quiz about our show for Doug. I
Yes.
wanted to do something a little, well, I basically wanted to do something about twice as large as what I wound up with. I just frankly didn't have time with limited computer
Yeah.
time. There just wasn't time to go as big as I wanted. But what we do have, that's not the right window.
Oh, you like legitimately did a wait, do I have to it's okay. So Tom actually made a little board with like categories and
Oh yeah.
cat and cash. Like, so do I have to do like a Sean Connery thing where I'm like penis mighty or anything like that?
I don't know what that actually is a reference to, so I don't know.
What? You don't
Um,
that's your homework. The
that's my homework.
Saturday Night Live did skits with Sean Connery in it, with one of them playing Sean Connery, and they have categories that he just messes up and turns them into like lewd anything.
All right, I will do
Like
that.
like an album cover, and he goes anal bum cover for 200. It's just, and then he just insults Trebek all the time, pisses him off. It's great.
So you can actually see the Jeopardy board then. Like you can actually see it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, I can
see,
see it.
on my shared screen, it doesn't show it, so I kind of assumed you couldn't. I thought maybe I did something wrong here, but
No,
all
it's
right.
I can see it.
All right, cool. Well, then I'm just going
This
to
will
work
be
over
good.
there. So
Great.
I've got six topics here, and originally I was going to do this, and then the double Jeopardy round where everything was worth twice as much. That was my whole plan, and those were way more fun. And it was going to cover literally the first 49 episodes, something from all of them. But I didn't have time to go as far as I wanted, and I didn't want to put this thing off. So what we've got is essentially 30 Jeopardy questions here with six different categories covering most of our episodes. There's a little bit here. And some of these are going to be very literal, and some of these are going to be a little bit silly. And I have decided that if Doug can rack up let's say 75% of the total possible value, I will send our patrons each an Amazon gift card.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
So, so if they don't get the gift card, it's my fault.
absolutely. Yes.
Okay. See, this is why you're good for stuff like this. I would have just like written some questions down and been like, "Oh, I'm gonna stump him with this one." Stump of
No,
the
no.
Tom.
I want you to be able to get some of these. I just,
Well, yeah. Is this real Jeopardy where like I go negative if I miss?
I don't think so. I don't think I turned that
Hmm.
on, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does it
Okay.
by default. So I
Okay.
don't know.
Do I have to answer everything in the form of a question?
Yes, you do.
Ooh, okay, good.
And I tried to write most of the answers correctly in the form of a question, but I'm
Okay.
sure I probably slipped out on a few.
Okay.
But we're gonna see how that goes.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I guess. And I should have done this math ahead of time and did not.
We need to make sure this video actually gets somewhere because if it shows what I'm seeing, I'm looking right at it. It's actually kind of funny.
I'm really glad you are because of my Zoom screen.
Yeah.
It is not showing that, and I don't
Yeah.
understand why.
Well, it's showing me your share. It's probably that's your I don't know, your primary screen or something.
Yeah. All right.
Why is there a pineapple at the bottom, by the way? And
'Cause
it
you're a
says
pineapple.
pineapple.
Yeah, I get to choose your icon. I chose pineapple.
I look really chipper. I'm winking and everything.
Well, we've talked about Psych enough times on the show because it's a show that I liked so much, and there's a pineapple reference in every one of the Psych episodes. It's just
Oh,
one of those
really?
things that exists in every
They
single
just
one. So
they just did it just to mess,
yeah,
just have fun.
yeah,
I
and
didn't know
so the
that. I
fun of
never
it is
realized
that
that.
like yeah, the fun of it is
Huh.
you try to find in everyone, you make it a game out of yourself, and it's fun.
Hmm.
So
I like when shows do that.
yeah, me too.
No.
So when I saw that option as one of your things, like, yeah, he's going to be a friggin' pineapple. That's how we're going to do this. All right. So you need a final
Okay.
score of 6,750 or greater. And if you do that, I will send our patrons a little Amazon gift card.
See, I wasn't nervous until right now.
I love it.
I'm like, oh crap, I better focus.
All right. So we're going to let you work your way through all of these, and you can pick them in any
Ooh.
order that you want.
My
And
goodness.
I don't think I'm going to direct it anyway. Most of it is pretty straightforward. So there are a couple here you're just not going to get, but for the most part, you have a
What?
fair shot. Yeah, there's like one or two that you're probably not going to get,
How
but you
dare
have a
you?
fair shot at everything else. I think it's all either something we've talked about directly on the cast in the first 50 episodes, or something that we've referred to in the cast and
Okay.
talked about in a certain amount of detail.
Oh, this is tough. I don't know. Let's just start with the top left. Majestic animals for 100.
Do you know how many animals we've talked about over 50 episodes?
72.
So many episodes, so many animals. His name is
His
Toko.
name is Toko. It's the border collie man. Who is the border collie man? Excuse me.
We'll accept that one for the first one.
Okay.
He, the Japanese man who spent 14,000 American dollars or 2 million yen to become a border collie.
Frickin' psycho.
collie.
That was episode 3.
It was way back. Yeah, it was way
Mm-hmm.
back. And I'm glad you got that one. That was good.
No, I don't think that counts as majestic.
I use the term majestic very loosely.
All right, fine. Majestic animals for 200. Let's go. Don't call it a streak. What the shit?
Her name is
oh,
Cape Key or Unique.
unique. Who is the specially born giraffe with none of the like spots? The whatever they call them.
Very good. Who was the baby giraffe born in 2023 with no spots?
Wow, that was tough.
Yeah. Do you, for a bonus, you don't get any points for your bonus, but you get respect. Do you know what the
good.
very similar Swahili word kumki means?
My only chance is if I can recall a line in George of the Jungle where they said it.
I doubt this word was used in anything that was
I don't
in
think
Georgia
so.
Jungle.
I don't know. It's something like poop.
No.
It's poop or special.
A kumki is a sexual decoy for elephants used to lure a male elephant in. It's essentially a female elephant in heat. And they use them to lure a male elephant in before they capture him.
I now have a new insult for people.
That's one of my favorites. And that was one of the topics on the board I didn't finish was favorite insults because we did a whole bit on that. So
We did.
kind of sad that I couldn't finish that in time.
Well, one of those turkey, majestic animal.
There you go.
All right, let's keep going. Majestic animals 300. I'm enjoying this so far.
These majestic beasts gave the world pause when they became caught up in public fraud scandal. There are two acceptable answers here. I'll accept either one.
These majestic beasts gave the world pause when they became caught up in public fraud scandal. Two acceptable answers. Oh. We talked about this?
Oh, yeah. Two different episodes.
Um,
You know what I need is the Jeopardy. The song.
you do. Boy, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. What is a lion?
No. Oh, he got one wrong.
I'm thinking jaguar, but
What are sun bears?
oh,
They thought they were
right.
men in bear suits. And the panda dogs.
Dang.
All right, there goes that Amazon gift card. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Okay. Well, good night, everybody. See you later.
Oh, you do lose points. Look, you went down to 0.
Son of a biscuit. Oh, no. This is not good. Hold on. We got to keep track on the side then because the total just changed. Hold on.
Wow, that's brutal. All right.
Let me pull up my notepad. All right. So I got 300 so far. Okay. 400. Let's go. Now,
Majestic animals for 400.
now I'm mad because I missed one. So now we got to keep going.
His name was Costello. His life kind of sucked.
What is an octopus?
Very good.
And that was like episode 1, I think. Was that the first one? That was like the 4th article on episode 1.
Yeah, it was real early.
Yep.
If anyone doesn't remember him, he was having inky spasms that they thought were nightmares, and it kind of caused everyone to question their theory of evolution because our nearest relatives are like 50,000 years back.
Yes.
And it turns out he was probably just dying.
It was probably just
like
something
he did.
A bunch of scientists were like, yeah, octopuses do this when they start dying.
Yeah. All right, we're back on the board. He's got 400.
Let's get it out of the way. Let's do
We're
it.
going to go for 500. This animal attacked and chased my wife at a Renaissance fair in Germany.
What is a goose?
No.
What?
Oh
no.
What is a peacock?
Peacock.
For the record, my wife has also.
This?
Yes, I did. It was in one of those episodes we talked about it.
Bugger.
For the record, she's also been attacked by catbirds, challenged by an ostrich, and attacked by a sea turtle. So my wife has an interesting way with animals.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Must be.
All right. Human ravioli for 100.
All right. So in the human ravioli category, you're identifying foods based on the cube rule. Steak.
Boy, I should have reviewed the cube rule. Salad. This is a salad.
I believe that's correct.
What is a salad?
Haha, he got it. I wasn't sure.
Yes.
I had to second guess myself. Very nice. Yes.
Steak that's
is
going to be tough. I don't know if I should do that now. Let's keep going now. This feels like not a strong category for me. Pumpkin pie. What is soup? They call those soups with the bowl thing.
Was it a soup? Is that what we're going with here?
It's the.
No, this one was not soup.
This was because it's got the like the underside around it.
It's all about considering, where the carb layer is.
Yeah. What is a taco? Just a taco because it's open on the side?
No.
I don't know. Toast.
Pumpkin pie was toast because it's only one layer of carbs and stuff on top of it.
I disagree.
Well, it was according to the cube rule. This is one of the specific. I took all the examples right off their website.
Well, see, here's why I disagree with it because the pie has the crust on the bottom, but then it wraps up to the sides around the pan usually.
So you're arguing it's more like a deep dish pizza?
Yeah, exactly. Like the soup kind of alternative that they talked about because it actually encapsulates the sides too.
All right. You know what? I'm going to give you that one because I kind of agree. So we're going to put that plus 200 because I kind of agree. And I want to stick by the cube rule, but I do think they had their own deep dish interpretation that would fit that just as well. So yeah, we're going to go with that. We're good.
Advancements in science are never taken lightly.
You want to keep going down human ravioli?
Yeah, this is such a tough category. I got to get it out of the way.
A corn dog. What is a corn dog? And a hint, it's the same as a Pop-Tart.
Well, yeah, it's a burrito. What is a burrito?
It is the same as a burrito, but that's not what the category was. But a
Am I
burrito
allowed
does fall in
to?
this category.
Am I allowed to look up what the names of the categories are, or do I have to like keep it from
Mm,
memory? Because like otherwise, I mean, I'd have to look at the website, so I'd probably be looking
I
right
think
at
you'd
the
see
answers
the answer
anyway.
if you did. Yeah.
Oh, I just can't remember what they actually like, which one they actually picked. Because it's all the way around with whatever filling on the inside. What did they actually use for that?
It's an
Uh
Italian food, is what they used.
oh, ravioli. Duh.
I'll accept it because they said humans are basically ravioli, but I think they used
Yeah.
stromboli. Calzone is what they
Oh,
used.
calzone is what they used, right?
Yes. But
Okay.
they
Yeah.
also made the human
Yeah.
ravioli connection. And so, yes, obviously that's going to be good.
Yes. Yeah.
See, you're doing well in this category. You were so nervous.
I am.
You big
I still
ravioli,
am.
you.
There are
He's
gift
like
cards on the
sweating and
line.
wiping sweat off his brow. This is
No,
great.
this is actually my nose leaking because I'm sick.
Well,
I
that's a
could
little
just
less
wipe it. I
sexy.
just go, meh, just wipe it right on the screen. Blur me.
I guess we're going
Blur the
human
whole thing.
ravioli for 400 then.
Yes, sir.
Pigs in a
Pigs in
blanket.
a blanket. So wrapped all the way around, open on both sides. What did they call this? Oh,
Almost like he doesn't listen to his own podcast or
this is
memorize
just.
every single word from 50 hours plus of
This is.
content.
It might be more because we had a couple of those 2 hour ones in
Oh,
there.
it's definitely more.
We've had.
Only a handful of them have been less than an hour. Most of
I
them have been over, and then we have all the odd content as well.
Well, and I think the shortest one that we did ended up being after editing like 37 or 38 minutes. Like everything else has been like high 40s or something. But that's the point. Like we have a handful that are under an hour and they're like close, so like within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Eggs in a blanket. It's the one that's wrapped. That's four of the six sides. What did they actually use? Oh man. Should have figured. Like if I realized it would be Jeopardy style, I would have totally refuted. I would have been like, oh, I need to look this one up. Oh God, what did they use? What did they use? It's not the hot dog because that's three sides. It's obviously not the sandwich. It's not a burrito. It's not the calzone is the one on all four sides. What the fuck?
I can
I
just
just
feel
can't.
that Amazon gift card slipping away. I'm so sorry, guys.
I know. Yeah, sorry. My bad. Blame Tom making a quiz based on a curve. I just can't remember what they used, like what the actual classification was.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Sushi.
Sushi. Mother effing effer.
All right, one last chance. Oh, and this last one is one I didn't think you would get. This is one of the ones I was like, he won't ever get this, but it's fun. All right, human ravioli for 500. What is a vanilla soy latte, according to the Q rule?
Wait, are we including the cup?
This is how they define a vanilla soy latte. I
I mean,
believe
because otherwise it would just be a salad because it
the cup
doesn't have
doesn't really
anything.
matter. It's the
Then it's a salad. What is a salad?
It's not the one they gave us. I am tempted to agree because I think they said pretty much anything in that case with no carb is going to be a salad. So I do want to give you this one. What do we think? What do we think? Yeah, I want to give away a gift card. All right, we're going to say, based on my interpretation of the cube rule and their salad, that works. However, the one I was looking for is a 3-bean soup wet salad. A little more specific. And we've lost Doug's audio. So I don't know what happened there. But we can no longer hear Doug. I think he likes this answer. I think he's
No, it's because I accidentally nicked the button. Yeah, it's a salad. It's a salad.
It's just a 3-bean soup wet salad. It's very specific. They gave it its own section on the webpage. But
You're
yes,
giving into their trolling now.
of
I don't
course I
approve.
am. See, you did fine on that one. You missed the 400, but you got to think all the other ones. I think you were good.
Yeah, at least arguable.
Arguable,
All right.
yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, so what we have left are courageous people, quotes, who said it, Tom's puzzle pieces, and miscellaneous. The scary part is I think miscellaneous could be the easiest.
It probably will be. Tom's Puzzle Pieces is kind of a how well do you know me? It's little bits and stuff there. And
I'm aware of that,
I
and that's
feel
why
like
I thought
you
I
will
knew
either do
more
really well on it or really
or
bad.
really
It's one or the
bad.
other.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is one of those like dating game things where it's
Kind
just like
of,
we're
yeah.
gonna break up after this category, so we should do it last. All right, let's do courageous people for
Courageous people
100.
for 100. This man retired early, relegated to a life of microwave dinners and 80s TV sitcom reruns. In 2024, his country called upon him for one final act of service, unleashing his deadly skill set against agents from across the world.
Who is the Olympic Turkish sniper?
Yes, Yusuf Dikeç, Turkish sharpshooter legend from the 2024 Olympics.
Love it. Love it. Love it. 200.
I think you'll do well in this category.
I hope so.
Courageous people for 200. This person solved ancient mysteries by the time he was 6 years old, has memories from when he was still in the womb. He defeated gravity, identified flaws in our mathematical system that have gone unnoticed for millennia, and doesn't believe he should pay taxes.
Who is Rag Reynolds?
No!
No? All right, let me actually think about it because I was like, it's got to be this guy.
Oh my goodness, you just broke my heart and blew my mind. This one felt like a psychopath burger on a platter. That's what this felt like.
What is this, me? Where you were making jokes about me?
Oh no!
I don't know.
Oh my goodness!
All right, what is it? Show me how I messed up. This is
This
ridiculous.
is Terrence the Great Master Howard.
Oh, it is. My goodness. Darn.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
so sure you were gonna slam dunk that one.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Rag Reynolds does meet a lot of these criteria. He divided by 0.
He did divide by 0, but he wasn't telling himself in the womb. Remember this.
You're right. That's fair.
Remember
you're
why
right.
you're
I forgot. He unraveled the mathematical thing. Yeah, you're right. This is the correct answer. I should have thought this one a little bit more.
This
I was
one
just like,
hurts.
oh, it's Senor Reynolds. It's got to be.
At least it was only 200, I guess.
Oh, I'm really terrified that you wanted to make this twice as big.
Oh goodness, yeah. Well, the second half was mostly just fun stuff. I just didn't have time to put the thought into the humor. It takes more time to write funny.
Yeah.
Should we keep
300.
moving
Let's
down?
go. Let's keep moving. Might as well.
Courageous people for 300. This person bravely sacrificed himself and gave his life to protect his family during a terrorist attack in 2024.
Do I have to get his name specifically right? Because he's the firefighter who died in the Trump attack, correct?
I will accept it. Corey
Comparator.
Yep.
Yes.
Dad frickin' hero.
I couldn't remember the last name, but I was pretty sure his name was Corey.
Yeah.
Okay. 400. Let's go.
Courageous people for 400. This person took a stand in a very public forum, risking their reputation and intimate details of their personal life in pursuit of justice. Also, their spouse was a complete piece of shit.
Yes. I mean, I thought this would have been the 100 one because it's so recent. And who is Giselle Pellico?
I was trying to give you some grace so that
Yes,
you would get some
yes.
points in case you screwed something up, like Terrence friggin' Howard.
Like Terrence frickin' Howard. I am,
That's really the only one that I think I'm going to be disappointed you didn't
this is the
know.
problem is I'm going to be lying in bed tonight and I'm going to be like, damn it. Like, this one's actually going to bother me. All right, 500. Let's round it off.
You might have to rewatch that one just out of punishment for yourself.
That one was so...
Subject yourself to Terrence Howard again.
At the time we were doing that episode, there was a part of me that was so ragey, and now it's like hilarious.
Courageous people for 500.
See, that's the worst part. I remember that was like 30 or 31 for the episodes, I think.
That was a while back. That was our first live stream.
Yes, it was. You're right.
Born in the hub of coastal civilization, he migrated to the frigid north at a relatively young age. He became a leader, then traveled east to learn from a skilled master. When the master was injured, he took his place and went from underappreciated student to one of the greatest heroes of his time.
Wow, this is extremely hard.
I thought you would have gotten this one, actually, like really quick. You've already taken about 12 times longer to get there than I thought you would have. Really thought this would be fast.
I think what's bothering me is the traveling east to learn from a skilled master. This is not...
Such a Western civilization snob.
No, I'm just trying to think of who
And I wish I'd finished my
is
second board. This would be so much fun.
is this something is this additional claims by somebody who we talked about, but we didn't actually talk about these claims on our casting?
Yes, this is someone we have talked about a bit, and we haven't talked specifically about this journey in a literal sense, but this is sort of the journey of someone we have talked about.
Okay. Because you're probably going to hate me for this, but I'm just guessing that it's like that Brian Bishop guy.
It is not that Brian Bishop guy.
Because otherwise, I could think it's like Rag Reynolds, but that doesn't sound like him.
No.
Just trying to think of.
All right, while you think, I'll read it one more time for listeners, just in case
I
they
know.
missed
I'm
it.
just trying to figure this out. I don't get it.
Born in the hub of coastal civilization, he migrated to the frigid north at a relatively young age. He became a leader and then traveled east to learn from a skilled master. When the master was injured, he took his place and went from underappreciated student to one of the greatest heroes of his time.
The worst part is I don't know if there's any tongue in cheek in this phrasing at all or not.
Worse, there is, I wrote it.
I know.
This should literally take 12 seconds or less to get.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for rubbing that in.
You're welcome. I don't think I've ever seen Doug focus this hard. I love the concentration.
It's just too broad. Like, learned what? What skill? Master was injured. Why would the master be injured? In what?
Man, you're going to be so mad. Doug might leave the podcast after this. He might abandon me after this one.
Again, east could mean he just traveled to the eastern US from west or northwest, or it could mean he went literal east, like to Korea or China or something, or Japan.
Sometimes I think you break things down just so much further. No, all the time I think you break things down so much further than you have to.
I do. You're correct.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Master, the injured master. Injured master should be the flag for me where it's like, oh, it's got to be that. And I'm just blanking. I don't think I'm going to get this one. I'm so
I'm going to try
sorry.
to pull up the Jeopardy theme song on my phone. That's what I'll do.
We've already done that though. Like in my
Hmm,
head, we've
that's
already
fair.
done it.
All right, are we giving up on it then?
God, I think we have to.
All right.
I just, yeah,
You're,
okay,
you're going to be
fine.
disappointed in yourself
I am
because
probably going to be disappointed.
he is someone that you are a fan of and you have acknowledged he is the GOAT. It is Tom Brady.
Yeah, there was no way I was going to get that.
Really? How would you? I thought you were going to get that, especially when I said this took 12 times longer. This should take 12 seconds. Like I thought that was just going to windmill
Oh,
again.
because TB12. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay. No.
He's your hero. You love the guy. We've talked about it on the cast. This is your guy.
Everybody, for the gift card being on the line, I will award 500 points for this one because this was just an elaborate troll job by Tom. There's a reason this was 500. There was no way I was going to
Yes.
get it.
I actually did think you would get it. I thought you'd be like, Tom, you son of a bitch. I know it's Tom Brady. Like I really thought that was going to
No.
be the exact quote coming out of your
No,
mouth.
I'm actually trying for people. If I was in a lighthearted mood without anything on the line, I'd be like, oh, it's probably Tom Brady, you jerk. All right, quotes. Who said it? 100.
Quotes. Who said it? 100.
And then we'll go to miscellaneous and then Tom's puzzle pieces. So if we have to break up it, we'll get through everything.
All right. So some of these are quotes specifically from our podcast, and some of these are quotes from people we've talked about in our podcast.
Yes.
For 100, if they come out after us, bring extra body bags. Those who live by the sword will die by the sword.
Episode 4, the guy who holed himself up for 15 years. What was his name?
I'll accept that description. I'll wait
Yeah.
and see if you get the name, but that's
From
acceptable enough, I
From
think.
Texas. And it was one of those very country names.
It was 2 first names, yeah.
Yeah. What was his actual name, though? Yeah. I can even see the picture where there's just like
Yep.
no vaccines, vaccines kill or something. John Joe Gray.
Who is John
Yeah,
Joe Gray,
that's it.
a dumbass in Texas with a taste for law enforcement officers.
And Sheriff Nutt.
And Sheriff Nutt. I almost put a quote from Sheriff Nutt in here. I really
Yep.
did. I was like, no, let's not be tricky, because then if he says this guy, I gotta ding him. No, okay.
Every like 3 weeks, I think about that. Just I didn't obviously I don't think about like the names, but I remember thinking
Yeah.
that they dropped the charges and didn't tell him and didn't tell anybody.
Yes.
So it was like 8 months later, and they were like,
Enjoy your
like
self-isolation.
that was funny. They just dropped them and didn't say anything. All right, 200.
Quotes who said it for 200. He said, newsflash, I'm not trendy.
Who is me, Douglas?
Yes, sir. Who is Doug?
Yes.
You know, I should
mean-
come up with a version of this for our listeners and put it on Patreon too.
And I traveled east to learn from an unskilled, untrending master.
We're moving right down the
300.
quotes when I take it.
Yeah, this one's gonna be Tom probably because he was
Quotes
on a
for
run.
300. That would be way too predictable.
It would be.
It could be constructed much better. His humor in it is as funny as an empty stage at a comedy club. What he was going for was a knee-smacking religious parody of self-help books. What he did was match the humor of a 5-year-old struggling to read a knock-knock joke off of a taffy wrapper. So for this one, this
What?
is a quote about someone we featured, specifically about a book that they wrote.
Oh, is this Rag Reynolds? Who
This
Rag
is
Reynolds?
about Rag Reynolds. Absolutely right. This was a book review on Amazon.com for Rag Reynolds' book, The Epitome of Perfection, a step-by-step guide to being a great human being.
I still like my new book, Medium Rare.
The guide to fine
The
dining
guide
and
to
perfect
fine
timing in life. Oh, Rag Reynolds, you were so good for a laugh.
So good.
Quotes for 400?
Still more subscribers on YouTube than us.
Yes.
400. Let's go.
I'm so relieved to have my job back. I'm not sure how I pulled it off, but everyone loves a happy ending. Again, this is someone that we talked about. Specifically, you brought this person up, and he became a recurring joke for a little while.
Huh. Huh.
And I may be making up words and putting them in his mouth.
Oh, well, that's annoying. I was
Yeah,
expecting
but it was
actual.
fun.
I was expecting actual quotes.
I realized you were taking this way too seriously, looking at that wrinkled brow. Yeah.
I feel like I'd remember the words "happy ending" if one of us said them.
Yes, actually. Though that did come up specifically in a joke that we made about this gentleman.
Yeah. So this is probably us joking and me or you making some sort of offhand, like speaking from them.
If it helps, he's a news personality.
Apparently that doesn't help.
All right.
Um.
I'm not sure how I pulled it off. Might be the
Yeah. Oh.
imperative clue here.
Oh. Yeah. I just gotta. The legal analyst for CNN. All the jokes.
all the jokes.
All the jokes.
Most of which you brought to the platform, which was nice.
I did. Just trying to think of his name because it's very easy to mess with, pun intended. And I couldn't remember the exact. It wasn't the Wiener, like Anthony Weiner, but it was something else.
It was pretty close, actually.
His name was Jeff, right? Wasn't it Jeff?
Jeffrey Toobin.
Tubin, yes. You Tubin, pulling a Tubin. Everybody loves a Jeffrey. Yeah. Wow, man. I forgot. We had a lot of fun at his expense.
We did. Yeah, that was
Shows
like
how
5 or
many-
6 episodes worth. We kept bringing him up.
Oh, man, this shows how much stuff we've talked about that I didn't get it at first.
It's fair.
Wow.
This last one's going to be in a very similar vein to that one. It's a made up quote that was probably said.
Okay.
I think you'll get this one.
I mean, like, clearly it's definitely like we can't verify, but come on.
Yeah, but it was probably said, and I think you'll get this one.
Okay.
Quotes for 500. We'll give you $19 million to go away. How about this? We'll give you $19 million to go away on top of the 10 million we've already paid you to do a terrible job. I can't
My
believe you're not
first,
getting this one.
I don't know. My first thought was that ATM guy. That was just kind of like my knee jerk, like where my brain went that you referenced, where you found the ATM loophole.
Yep. No, this is
Wasn't he?
domestic.
Wasn't he
He,
also from
he
Australia?
was. We've referenced Australia in
I
five
was
different
gonna
episodes
say
so far.
we've done Australia a lot even before we knew we were going to.
Yep. For a place that isn't real, we've sure referenced it an awful lot.
Yeah.
And I played poker with someone who claims to be from Australia this past weekend.
Oh yeah. $19 million to go away. It's a settlement. It's not Ghislaine Maxwell or anything like that.
Really surprised the ones that I thought you would get very quickly are not the ones, they're the ones you're struggling with. And I'm surprised.
Yeah. Clearly a settlement. It's not like that Sandman kid or anything like that. It's not the Boeing guy because he's dead. Wait, the person who I'm trying to guess is saying will give you $19 million to go away, or this is the person took $19 million to go away?
I'll accept either one of these. I thought you would immediately know exactly who said this and who they said it to.
Man.
So since you didn't, and since I want to give out an Amazon gift card, I will accept either of those parties.
Boy. Not DraftKings, because that's still pending. It's not John Joe Gray. It's not like the Maui wildfires or anything like that. I just can't even remember all the stuff we've talked about. It's not the death pods.
We have covered a lot of ground.
My God. Like when you said Terrence Howard, that feels like 40 episodes ago, but it was only 20.
Yeah.
I have to come up with a dating system like before Terrence Howard and after Terrence Howard.
BTH is our dating system.
might help.
BTH and ATH.
I don't know. Oh, I really should have just reviewed even like I'll bet you if I just looked at like the titles,
Yeah, that probably would have gotten you there.
that would have helped a lot.
It wouldn't have helped you with this one, I don't think, but this is one that you should have anyway.
Well, I was gonna say I attach a lot of this to the ones I edited.
That's fair.
I can see a title and it like all floods back.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's not the whole Trump versus Biden thing. This feels like one of those things we said at the end of an episode, not necessarily a full topic. Otherwise, I feel like I would have gotten it.
The person that is being offered 19 million to go away, we talked about as a recurring joke for a couple of episodes as well. And you have a personal connection to the party who's offering the $19 million. And I don't think I can give you any better hints than that without giving it away.
Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know this.
What you do, my friend, what you do. It was Notre Dame to Charlie Weiss.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They gave him 19 million to stop coaching after they paid him 10 to do a terrible job. They said, "You know what? We'll buy out your contract for $19 million."
I'm not sure if I actually knew that little tidbit. I knew he had a great year one and got that extension, which was a 10-year extension for however much per year. I wonder if that was, just paying off the whole thing. Yeah, I wasn't going to get there.
Man, I thought you were going to slam dunk it.
He was BTH. He was
yes,
yes, that episode's like
he was definitely
or
BTH.
12 or 17 or something. What
he carried on for a while because I listened to his show on SXM for a long time.
Right,
and just
you did.
Ranted and raved about his awful commentary for quite a while.
Yeah, I don't think he ever made it into a title. He was just fodder at the beginning of stuff.
Yep, he was a fodder and he was showing.
Wow, holy crap, we've talked about a lot.
Oh man, this is barely scratching the surface. Like I said, the second board I had was like no repeaters. We've covered a lot of ground.
That's weirding me out how much we've talked about.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Wow. Okay. Well, 50 episodes, and we usually did at least 2 things per episode. All right, miscellaneous. Let's go.
Miscellaneous for 100. The name of Charles' dog.
It's Thor, right? Thor or Thanos. It's Thor, right? One of them. Loki.
There you
Loki.
go.
It's Loki. Yeah. Sorry, Charles.
Sorry, Charlie.
200.
Miscellaneous for 200. The world's loudest burp was recorded by a Virginia woman. Her burp, I should be burp, I put bump. Her burp was slightly louder than this common household item.
Her bump might have been too.
Yeah, it might have
It's a
been.
lawnmower or chainsaw.
Oop,
It was
which
the
one?
lawnmower. I think lawnmower was the one that we were using most, but I think chainsaw was on another list that we had.
She was slightly louder than the lawnmower, and I think she was slightly more quiet than the chainsaw.
chainsaw.
I think the chainsaw was 110 decibels.
Well, because it was the lawnmower was the one because she was 107.9 or 6 or something. Based on that.
107.3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, because I actually found 2 different charts that listed some of those differently. Like they had a chainsaw at 2 different values.
Still crazy to me that from 8 feet away from the microphone, she was louder than a power mower.
She was
so
pretty
insane.
much a rock concert, like decibels wise. Yeah.
Yep. Almost a jet engine from 100 feet away. It was crazy.
That was episode 3.
That was a long way back.
For some reason, I remember that.
Probably because you edited it.
You always remember your first. Well, actually, that was the one where I struggled to put her burp into the episode. And I ended up pulling it up on because I didn't know anything about what I was doing at all. I ended up pulling it up on my cell phone and like holding it next to my microphone as a separate recording and then trying to copy it in. And
I don't think we were even recording on separate audio lines back then. I think we were just recording on.
I remember this. We recorded separate audio lines for episode 19.
That's when it started?
That's when it started. And I have a very specific reasoning for remembering that, but that's not really.
Miscellaneous for 300.
Yeah, because that was when we were talking about suicide pods, and we said, you know what? Let's stop on this. You said you want to think about it more. We'll take this chunk and put it into the next episode, and the next episode was the separate audio lines. I was like, fuck.
Yep. Doesn't look we broke the podcast space-time continuum or something.
Oh, it was so bad. It just made it extra worse.
Yep. And the listeners have no idea what a struggle you had with that one and how awkward we made that.
That one took me like 10 hours to edit, maybe even more of actual like editing time for something that ended up being like an hour and a half or whatever.
Yeah, well, you get to learn a lot. You get to become an experienced editor.
Sure. Tomas is still better than I am with a lot of stuff.
Tomas is good. He's quite good.
He is good.
All right, miscellaneous for 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
Holy shit, he's airborne. The man Tom arrested during his 100-mile-per-hour city vehicle pursuit was never tried in court for this reason. Why did I never get to try that sumbitch in court?
Did you actually say this? Was he like the mayor's son or something?
No, there was someone else who was related to someone. That guy's name was Zeus. That's who you're thinking of.
Oh, that's right.
And there's a professional athlete who also had a similar experience with me.
Oh,
because I don't think I told that story.
Oh, professional athlete, good. Let's say I have some famous people. Like it's more just like brushes things, but okay. This was because he had the eye thing, the astigmatism or something like that for being drunk, and that is not admissible in court because he was not actually drunk; he was high.
Nope,
right?
Not this one. Nope. This is the one where I chased the guy through city center and he hit the curb going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, and he said, "Holy shit, he's airborne," and everyone made fun of you for it for weeks after that.
Yep. And I never got to try him in court. He got bailed out after a couple of days. He had his indictment. He made bail, and it never went to court.
I mean, like, what charges just weren't brought?
Oh, charges were brought, but then it was dismissed and it never made it to court.
It's funny because I actually remember a lot of this story. I don't remember this part. That was the different story that you talked about where the guy was high but not drunk.
I almost did a board of just police and army stories. I really wanted to and decided I would save that for the second board. Yeah.
Okay. I'm struggling with this one. I actually don't. This is not something that I logged as part of that story. I don't know. I'm sorry.
He went to a party and pissed somebody off and got shot before his trial date.
Oh,
and died.
That's right. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, he got killed.
Yep. He got out and ran his mouth, and someone pulled a gun and shot him dead at a party downtown.
That's right. Man.
They didn't know that was what happened. So when we showed up for court for the trial, the first thing I did was, why the hell isn't he here? Issue a fail to appear warrant. I
Yeah.
want this guy arrested. And then, his mom walked in like 10 minutes later and was like, he was shot and killed. I'm like, oh, sorry, man.
Oh,
Yeesh.
so did you just like do X and slash A on the warrant?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how they handled that. All I know is that I wasn't around for that any longer. I was like, oh, I guess I'm going to leave.
You did mention that. I just remembered thinking like, well, the fun part of the story was the airborne part.
That was the fun part.
Because of course a guy who's doing that would find his way into a bullet somewhere.
Yeah.
And,
Really
yeah, I
didn't
guess
want to
that's
stand
technically
trial.
a miss by me. Yeah, well, do anything.
Miscellaneous for 400 and a chance at redemption.
Yep.
This man has a species of spider, snake, and ant named after him. This is going way back, probably like episode 3 or 4. And he's an actor, if that helps.
I mean, well, now there's a joke here for Timothy Oliphant.
I did have a Timothy Oliphant section on the second board, too.
This was when we were talking about the elephants with that guy where they kept showing up to his house for 2 years after he died on the anniversary of his death or whatever.
Yep.
Oh, no.
I'm impressed at your recall, though. You really do have a good, aside from the questions I'm asking, like, the episode and yeah, that's sharp recall, man.
You brought this guy to the table, I think.
I did.
Oh, no. This might have even been the episode where we talked about the Jaguar picture.
I don't think so.
I feel like that was episode 8 or 9, actually.
And I did have a wild animals or a majestic animals number 2 on the second board, too, because we talked about so damn many.
What was this guy's name?
I would love to help you out with some hints on this one, but I think you got to do this one solo.
I don't think I'm gonna actually get this one. My brain, if I was on that NZT from Limitless, I would totally get this one because it's there. It's in one recess of my brain somewhere. I just don't think I'm gonna get it. Oh no, can't. I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I can't remember the guy's name.
I thought the solo comment was gonna get you there. Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah, right. I should have actually listened to you.
It's like 3 times today I've tried. And it's just going right over the head. I'm sorry, man.
I know. It's okay.
Yeah, Indiana Jones has a snake named after him. It's kind of cool. A species of snake.
Yeah, but then it's not really Harrison Ford, is it? It's Indiana Jones.
Well, no, it is Harrison Ford. Just because he plays Indiana Jones, it makes it interesting to me. The guy who was terrified of snakes.
I know. It's a good character. All right.
Miscellaneous for 500.
Man.
The son of Jake Paul and Mr. Rogers. If you don't get this one, I might cry.
Oh, no.
Because this is another one where I went, yeah, he's going to slam this one quick.
Oh, no. Well, I remember making up the joke.
The look of consternation on Doug's face.
Oh, it's
gosh, I wish we had
it's the guy.
This.
It's the oh shit. Flippy.
Shit.
Flippy.
Yes.
Flippy. But his name was like Steve or something.
Stevie John, I think, is his real name. He goes by Blippy.
Flippy.
Yep.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you for not getting that one.
Wow, we've talked about so much.
We have.
Oh my god.
Yep, we have. The sports category, when I tried to put up a sports category, I was like, wow, we actually took sports to like a whole lot of different places. I didn't realize how far we took sports.
I know we did. And then a couple of people listening were like, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all like way far away now.
All right, we are into the last category.
Go.
It's Tom's puzzle pieces, and we've got 1,500 that we can get here. So we're not looking like that Amazon gift card is in the making. We're gonna try. We're gonna get them.
What do we? How much do we have? Are you doing the negatives too?
Yeah, we're counting the negatives.
Oh, well, that's that changes the math.
Well, we can go back and recalculate them. We'll figure that out.
You could be like halvesies.
Halvesies.
900. Be like, I just have to hit 1,800. Can I do the 500 one and then retire?
If Doug gets no. All right, if Doug can get all of these, then I'll go ahead and do it regardless of his number. I'll go ahead and
Oh,
send some things out. If you can go 5 for 5 on these.
all of these.
All right, you ready? You feeling
The
good?
negatives are a huge
Yeah.
whiplash to it.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised I'm positive.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I would have done very well on one of these. So I'm
Yeah.
really impressed that you've got 1,300. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I
All
would have
right.
done super well going back 50 episodes. And I
Yeah.
didn't even put Patreon content up here like I wanted to. Tom was born in this country.
Okay. I remember thinking it was Germany, but it's not. It's Greece.
Very good. Say we had a very specific conversation about that one, so I
Yes,
figured
we
that was an
did.
easy one.
Yes.
Tom's puzzle
But
pieces
that's
for
right in
200.
that's in the spot in my brain where I'm like, wait, which was it?
Yep. Tom's dog was named after this comic book character. Oh man, I got the big eyes and the wide eyebrows.
I mean, I want to say Loki, but I know that's not true.
It was a character who made an appearance in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
What, like Johnny Flame?
That was a great appearance, but no, not Johnny.
That was funny. He was like, wait a minute, that's the wrong Chris. So it's probably got to be like the Pyro or the Toad guy or whatever. One of those like side X-Men that they tossed in there.
He was an X-Man. He's definitely an X-Man hero, but it's neither
Was
of
it
the
like
ones you just
and
mentioned.
it's not, well, you said hero, so it's not Juggernaut.
Nope.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Gambit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Named after Gambit in secret. Told my wife I liked the name Remy. She liked it. So I went with Remy
Yes.
Etienne LeBeau. She thought it was cute and funny for some reason. And then, oh yeah, by the way,
Yeah,
that's
because it's a
Gambit's
little
real
French name, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's actually Gambit's real name.
You mean Channing Tatum
I'm good with that too.
now. Yeah.
All right. Tom's puzzle pieces for 300. Tom was this age when he went to war in Iraq.
I mean, it was like 19, right? 19 or 20?
20. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
We talked about I wasn't old enough to buy beer first when I went there.
Yes. Yes.
Stuff that I did, but I wasn't old enough to buy beer.
Right.
right.
Naturally. Well, that's because you're
Of
malleable
course.
then.
Right.
That's how they get you. Yeah.
Tom for 400. This is my favorite movie.
Braveheart.
Yes, sir. We might have
Yes.
some Amazon gift cards going out after all. The very last one on the first board. Tom's puzzle pieces for 500. I'll give you a clue before we start. The answer is not a burger from Max and Irma's. Despite my cynicism, I'm an ideologic romantic. I proposed to my wife in this city.
Venice.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I just bought a brand new piece of art featuring Venice this week, and I am super excited to have it hung up. And the winner is Doug, the pineapple.
I wanted me, the pineapple head.
Team Pineapple.
Wow. Team Pineapple. Oh, that was tough. I wanted to go with the whole, like, you get tricked. You're like, oh yeah, Paris, whatever. Or like, something like that.
I
Okay.
can't believe you didn't get a couple of those, the bigger ones. Like, I'm really surprised. But
Just
nicely done.
you're into psychology. This would be a good psych study of like why not those. Because it turns out they're more important to you.
Yeah, that's fair. The administrator bias, yeah. Well done, sir.
I guess we have to do an episode 51 now because I got all the puzzle pieces ones right.
I guess so. I didn't think you'd get all those. I really didn't. Nice. Well, I will send a little Amazon gift card out to everybody.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I won at poker
Yeah.
the last couple times I went.
You hear that, everybody? Your happiness is based on Tom's competition.
It kind of is, yeah. Until that Patreon really jumps off. No, that was fun. I wish I had gotten the second board done. It was a week where
Wow.
just didn't have enough time to finish it, and I wanted it to be
Man,
good.
it's probably good that you didn't have a second board though. That took a while.
It took a little less than an hour, yeah.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
could
when
have moved it along. If I'd have put you on a timer, which is what how I should have done that. I probably should have put you on a timer
then
and we would have moved
I
along
would have
quicker.
missed two or three more questions than I did,
Yeah.
and it would have gone a lot faster.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have gone a lot faster. But yeah, no, that was good. That was
Maybe.
fun. What are
Yeah,
your takeaways
man.
after 50 episodes?
I for me, I mean, like just you doing this, I forgot how much we talked about. Like even right now, if you said, "Hey, remember when we talked about Charlie Weiss?" I'd be like, "No, what? Why would we do that?" I just like that was just a mockery thing. I wasn't thinking of that as an actual like topic or whatever. In my head, it would be
Yeah.
like topic stuff. Ugh. Terrence Howard feels farther ago, but some of the stuff at the beginning, probably just because of like gravity in my brain, like I still remember more of the mental health burps
Yep.
episode with the burp lady, and I remember we talked for like 3 hours that one night that we did the like Marvel what ifs thing, and then we had to split
Yeah.
that into two episodes. And by the end of it, I had way too much alcohol, and I was just like, I want to talk about the wildfires, and you were like, let's just go to sleep.
Yep.
I was all about it, and you're like, go, no, stop, we're not doing
Yep.
this.
We're done. We're going to bed. We're calling it.
Yeah, I can't believe the suicide pods were like because I when you mentioned the recording with separate recording lines because this is TMI. Most of you listening probably won't actually care, but for those first like 18 or whatever episodes, it was just a straight just recording of the Zoom call. So when I got the sound file to edit, it was just one thing. And that actually made editing in some ways more difficult because if we started talking over each other, I couldn't just silence or delete that part to like let whatever we actually needed come through. I had to find areas to kind of silence or delete with both of us kind of talking at the same time to kind of make it flow and work and not be such a shit show, especially with us starting out.
There was a lot of talking over each other in the beginning too.
Yeah. Having the separate files, it makes it easier to like just silence one part or accentuate a different part or whatever. And like I've had times where I'll silence one part and play me and I'll silence me and play you and I'll be like, this is the one that's better. We should just keep this talking and just leave
Yeah.
it, even though someone's saying something else. So, but I remember that because of that, it was like an 18 or 19-minute excerpt where we kind of talked about it. And then at the end, you were like, you know what? I want to talk about this next time. Let's put it in the next episode.
Yep.
And the next episode was when we had two sound files. And I had to figure out how to insert it into everything. Oh, terrible.
Yeah, I listened to a couple of them to kind of prep this. I just kind of went back and just wanted to refresh my memory. So I went through like the first three or four and just listened to them lightly again. And yeah, just some of the stuff we talked about. I've forgotten we talked about the woman who was on the no water diet. She was only on what was it, watermelon and
Yeah.
like, fruits and vegetables.
Wait,
and,
was that? I just here. Let me pull up the. That was like number 2 or something, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was way back. Yep.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
woman who died in
Fruit
the
Bears and
underground
Gandhi.
nightclub.
Bears. Oh, we did Bob Barker, Elephants, Marvel,
Yeah.
Oprah Paradox, where we talked about the space paradox. Man,
That one
Can't see
actually, I
that as
think,
me.
is the one aside from the ones that people were angry about. I think that was the one I got the most feedback from listeners. Like a lot of people talked about the Oprah paradox. That was one that a lot of people like talking about.
yeah, that one's kind of neat. There's even more stuff coming out too with new space theories. Where a couple of scientists just recently came out with something about how they think there's basically a negative universe
Oh yeah,
on the
yep.
other side of the Big Bang, and I don't know if there's actually any real legs to it, but it's sort of like a string theory explanation where they say that because we have different levels of like matter and antimatter here, and that normally wouldn't make sense with most rules of physics. So they're thinking that there's this other negative universe where it has more antimatter and less regular matter, and that somehow cancels it all out. And I don't know.
That's
Like,
where the
it's just
balance is found.
it's a fun theory, but I mean they don't have anything other than just it's like string theory. Like I said, it would be nice. It would explain some stuff, but like that's all they got.
Yeah,
Yeah, Timothy Oliphant. How you break is important. Wow.
yeah. That's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, I remember that one too. Death Machines, Mr. Rogers. What is a woman answered? Oh, the Alabama Supreme Court.
That one was a fight. Oh man, that was the first time you've ever been just completely and undisputedly wrong about something. I remember that.
Well, you did not like me.
No, that was the most heated one I think we've
The
had.
best part was that I was honest to goodness like doing it was like 70% devil's advocate and like
Yeah.
30% like I kind of get where they're coming from. It was one of those like even though I can sort of personally agree with it, I don't think that's how they should actually operate, but I went whole hard
Yep.
devil's advocate and you were so mad at me. That was episode 23.
Yeah. That was a long time
Holy
ago.
crap, that was BTH.
Yep. We've been at
Election
this a hot minute.
2024. That was BTH too when we thought it was going to be Trump versus Biden and then whoops, Kamala.
Yep.
Bluey and the Sign was BTH too. Man versus Bear was BTH.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Rag
What the
Reynolds
heck?
was ATH.
Yes, he was. See, but he feels recent still. How recent was he?
Oh, he was like 6 episodes ago, maybe 5 episodes ago. I think he was 45, something around there.
Let me look. 45 was Pardon Moi,
Oh,
the
really?
Hunter Biden stuff where we talked about Hunter Biden. Yeah. Oh, and then it was social media, Naughty List, DraftKings. Wait. So Rag Reynolds was 43 is Australia real,
Yeah.
probably. Because that's where we talked
Yeah.
about the Ashley Madison stuff too. We talked about Ashley Madison. I forgot
Yeah,
about
I
that.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Ah, wow.
Wow.
We had
We
the
talked
whole
about,
episode. We had the Olympics episode too.
yeah, the haunted house episode where we talked about my haunted house.
This is ridiculous. Wow, Olympics was 35. Wow. We talked about legacy. Wow, man, that's ridiculous. Anyway, wow. Okay, here you want to go with something? When you shushed me the first
Uh-huh.
time, that was right after Terrence Howard. Hilarious.
Well, you deserved
All right.
it. It's fine.
Anyway, yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm sure you'll always think that.
I will. Absolutely. Next
Yeah.
50, direction.
All
Any
right.
thoughts on where we should take this for the next 50?
What, me? I barely
Yeah.
even made it through the Jeopardy.
I'll give my
4-1.
thoughts then. I'm being told we should include more dad fails. People like the dad fails.
Mhm.
And we haven't given a lot of those, and we should probably go, back to including more of those. People liked when we took more parenting focused approaches to things. They don't mind the non-parenting stuff, but the big thing I keep hearing is, make sure you've got something, devoutly dad related in each episode, and that's probably a fair point. But I
Yeah,
think I
that's a
want to
fair
point
point.
us a little bit more towards dadding and go dad go, and yeah, I'm looking forward to another 50.
That's fair. So wait, I have to pay attention to my own life now?
Yeah, apparently we can find other
Damn
people's dad
it.
stuff. That's fine. We can find other dad fails. I'm
No,
just
we
going to
could.
follow the life story of this dad I heard of called Al Bundy. And he apparently made a bunch of mistakes. And I kind of want to, he learned from them, became a better dad through it. So maybe we'll just share some of his. Be fun, be anecdotal.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, like, and that's the thing. If I really think about it, there's lots of stuff that I could probably talk about every single week. My, a lot of times I sit there and I think, who would want to know about this? This is
Yeah.
just like me in my regular daily life. Maybe that's the point.
Yep. I'm being told that we should have more of that. So I think maybe we put an ear toward that moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, like, we went to Chick-fil-A the other day and just, I remembered thinking such a simple thing. This is a newly built Chick-fil-A kind of in our area. And me and my wife specifically talked about when they were about a week or two from opening because they still had everything kind of like wrapped up and you couldn't really see too well into it.
Yeah.
We were like, you think they'll have a play place? And I don't know. A lot of places got, closed their play places during COVID. And then when they remodeled, they got rid of them. I mean, like a couple of McDonald's did that too. That definitely had them before. And we just remember thinking like, it'd be kind of nice because, we have smaller kids and this place has a play place.
Yeah.
And our very next thing that we said while we're sitting in there, like on opening night, because give the kids a treat, was like, we have to, if we're going to do like fast food-ish kind of stuff, we should patronize them more because they're showing that they want us there.
Yeah.
And other places haven't been doing that. It was like, that's just such a simple little real world thing that, yes, I appreciate you. I will give you my money.
Well, showing appreciation is good. Giving monies is good. We'll be more dad oriented going forward. This was fun. I like the Jeopardy quiz. That was good. You, like I said,
Yeah,
you
that
did
was
better
fun.
than I thought I would have done. Yeah, that was fun. Sorry I didn't have the second board done. The second board would have been a little more humorous. That was the goal there. I just didn't have time to craft the jokes the way I wanted. So I look forward to 100. It'll be good.
Okay. Do you have any dad jokes for tonight?
I don't. No, I don't.
Okay. All right, fine. I'll just do one. Why did the chicken cross the playground?
To get to the other slide.
Good.
I told that one on our podcast a while back.
You did?
I did.
On this podcast?
Uh-huh.
Should have been a quiz question.
Should have been.
It's probably where I had it. It's probably why I had it in my head.
I was talking to someone about the difference between the Spanish language and the English language the other day. I don't speak Spanish. My wife does. I do not. But like through Dora the Explorer and my kids, like I picked up little bits of words here. So a poquito. But there are differences in the languages I didn't know. In the Spanish language, there's no, the letter after L doesn't exist. And I don't know why they don't have it. And I've asked people like if they know why, and no one knows. And I just keep saying poor K.
You mean before L?
Oh gosh, I ruined the whole joke. This is what happens when I'm tired. I don't even know my own language. Yeah, we're done. We're fired.
I know.
There will be no episode 51. This is it. Tom's been fired.
Oh, speaking of Chick-Fil-A, there's this little video that's going around on TikTok of it's like a fake guy from the car, and he's like, "Oh, thank you," and he goes, "No problem," and he starts freaking out and goes, "Wait, I said have a nice day," or whatever it is. I said have a nice day, and this car pulls up and drags him in. You hear like a bang in the car. And this another guy just comes like slides right in. He goes, "Hey, what happened to the other guy?" Yeah, there was no other guy, so you're gonna pull right.
I think they were the first ones that did that. They're the first ones I remember doing it.
Yeah, it was really fun.
All right, it's been fun. We got to get that bingo card up. We got to get t-shirts made up. I'm going to send a little something to our patrons, and I will chat with you guys again soon. Maybe I'll bring Doug along too. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see if
he's
I'm
feeling better next week.
Oh God, this is just one of those things, man. Just woke up, I'm like, oh no. Just one of those days.
I was in the same boat today, and yeah, being sick sucks when you're an adult.
I mean, dad twist. There was a part of me that was like, I hope my kids are sick too.
Nope, that's the last thing I want. Because when I'm sick, I just want to lay in my bed and sleep. And if my kids are sick too, I can't do that. I have to be taking care of my sick kids, and there's no rest.
Well, but then, see, for me, they're not moving so much.
Oh, see, that never happens for me. My kids don't ever stop moving. Being sick does not slow them down.
Yeah, oh no, they'd still be moving, but it would just be, less.
Yeah, no, not here.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for 50 episodes. We appreciate it.
50!
Our patrons, we appreciate you a bit extra, but we love you all. Thank you guys so much. And we're looking forward to 51 next week.
Bye-bye.
Later.